says open. Kind of small for a museum. Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine. I just, you don't mind if I take photographs, do you?
Photograph?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
What's it for?
Just my YouTube channel. I have a growing audience.
Do what?
I have a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Also, I'm kind of curious. What's the museum for?
Well, a museum's a museum. I mean, it's for all the things that happen here and all the things there are.
I take it you're the curator?
Yes.
The rifle that won the West. 1878.
But look at the range. That's quite a bit of range back then, and it's quite a bit of range right now.
Oh, yeah.
So that surprised me that the range was that far.
Let's see, where does it say the range is? For 50 caliber, 709 grain.
Do you live here?
No, I'm from Virginia Beach. I was born in Arkansas, a little place called Joyner,
Yeah.
little sharecropper town. So I'm retired, and my bride of 46 years passed away in July. So I'm just a Freemason now.
Sorry to hear that. You have to keep yourself busy, though, don't you?
Oh yeah, I write books too and stuff like that. So
Well, if you want to know about our area, I can tell you anything you want to know, because I'm also the historian for 3 counties.
awesome. So is there a cave here?
We have the largest cave in the state of Arkansas with Indian petroglyphs, and they're on the right-hand wall.
Where's that? Just
Yeah,
on the...
steps right there. You'll have some beautiful bluffs, shapes, and
Awesome. Oh, this is the kind you use to call grandma.
mm-hmm.
Hurts the ears.
Anyway,
What's your name?
Maryland.
Marilyn, I'm Marlos. Glad to meet you.
You too.
Marlos Pearson. Yeah.
Anyway, it's the largest cave in the state,
Ooh.
and they're on the right-hand wall if you're going down there, and they're up high. Now, the reason why they're up high is they had to take dirt out of the bottom of the cave to make the ceiling higher because the kids wouldn't stop drawing around them.
Oh no.
So,
Oh no.
and also if you're going to do your movie thing, when you go down there, you'll see, excuse me, a small cave to the right.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a flashlight?
I know I don't. I tried buying one, but it was 25 lumen and you could barely see past 25 feet.
Oh, well, there's a cave that you go into the back of it and you'll come to 2 pillars of rock, and if you go through that, it'll open up to another small cave where there's Indian petroglyphs, and they're on the bottom right-hand side. But the problem is once you go through those 2 rocks, it gets real dark. So a lot of people use their cell phone. If you have a nice light on that, you might be able to get some good pictures of those petroglyphs. The ones in the cave have lichen and moss growing over them, but the ones in this small cave don't get light. So they're more pristine than the other ones.
Who made the drawings?
Well, our Indians were Osage, Caddo, Quapaw, Choctaw, and Cherokee.
I'm part Cherokee
and
myself.
They were just different tribes that came at different times.
It's a beautiful area. So what's famous in here besides the rifle?
Famous?
Yeah, famous artifacts. Yeah.
Well, these artifacts here to the right are from the 1800 AD, which puts it at the Mississippian period.
Holy cow.
And they were unearthed at Crowley Ridge, which is the eastern side of Arkansas.
Oh, and these, what are these called?
Those are just breastplates. I inherited that because I went to lunch. When I came back, I was sitting on the bench.
Oh,
What you see is what you get.
I see you got a little note there, huh?
Yeah.
Did that come with them?
The whole thing, it was just sitting there.
Oh,
Yeah.
frame and all.
Yeah.
Huh.
So over here is the artifacts that came out of the cave. They did the first dig in 1931. Second dig was done in 1957. And in 1970s when they took the dirt out of the bottom of the cave. And that little white arrowhead there is an Indian peace pipe. It's 1600 AD and comes from a Chippewa tribe from northern Minnesota and was unearthed here in the first archaeology dig.
I don't see the pipe.
Right there. Right
Oh,
there.
that small pipe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking for the long ones.
No, those are flutes.
The flutes.
When you see it on TV, you see them like that, but
Yeah, but they have peace pipes that are long because it cools the smoke when you smoke them.
these are northern, almost up to Canada, northern Minnesota. And the archaeologists spotted that the minute it came in because they can tell by the soil.
So is it active archaeology now? Is it actively being studied, the cave?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Sure. Twice.
Twice.
And there's the first, that was the first
First dig?
archaeology that came and studied and did the rubbings of the artifacts and did the pictures and all that.
The Log Cabin Museum under construction 1976. And this is types of fencing?
That's the fence that fence the west.
Much to the cattleman's safety, I guess, for the cows. Any legends about like Bigfoot around here?
Well, I don't know if this is a spin-off, but do you see this over here? This is a grinding stone, and it's 4,000 years old and came out of a hole, and they're putting the golf course in. So that predates all of our Native Americans. So in 1959, the archaeology department unearthed this. Over 7 feet tall people that roamed this part of the Ozark Mountains.
Hairy or hairless?
Well, it's hard to tell how they get bones, unless they grow hair after they're dead. But you see the rest of the legs and the feet aren't on, and the rest of the shoulder and the neck aren't on, so they're estimating.
7 feet, wow.
So if you
Daniel
see any-
Boone, he's familiar.
No, that's Cherokee. If you see Bigfoot things out on the highways and stuff, I don't know whether it was a spin-off of this, but there's no Bigfoot here that I know of.
Nor would you want to know of.
This is a cave you'll be going down to see.
Oh, okay.
Now, that's Mr. Bradbury. He was our only homesteader. He homesteaded the cave, and his wife Mahala taught the local kids. She knew how to read or write, and it was just used as a schoolhouse for a while.
Huh.
You improvised in those days.
Well,
And
you had to learn to read somehow.
This is Mr. Bradbury drinking out of the well. So when you go down there, you're going to see a couple steps, and you'll see the well is still there. And there's an underground spring in the back of it, and you'll see that how it pulls the water around the back. And
Wow.
1880, that was their homestead.
Wow.
He
Indian.
passed away in 1903, and she stayed down there by herself till 1928. And they're both, the whole family is buried at the Davis Special School at the end of this road on the right-hand side.
I'll have
just up the road
to
here.
have to drop by there. Interesting. Interesting. I'm not surprised you don't have any people in here. Do you get a lot of business? I mean, people walking
Usually
through
about
tours?
6,000 to 13,000 a year, just depending on, like during the pandemic, you would have thought I wasn't going to be busy. But that was my busiest time because people wanted to get outside
Yeah.
and stay out of buildings.
Yeah.
So what I did was go out on the porch and talk to them and give them handouts. So, because you can't open the windows here.
You have handouts?
Oh, have all kinds of handouts.
Let me sign there.
I can
Visitor
send
log.
you anywhere in the state of Arkansas.
This is
And
a,
that's that is a, you can have one, that's a four-wheeling.
oh, I
And
don't
this
do
one's
that.
obsolete. Now this is fishing, and this is my visitor's log.
Okay.
Now, if you want to take a picture of this, when I go back at the end of the year, I look at what state and how many, and I make a map and fill it all in.
Oh, I see.
And this is everyone that came from around the world
Wow.
at the top. And if you'll look at this back page, you can tell that yesterday, I got something in my hand, and my left hand don't want to work very good.
Okay. And what'd you say your name was again?
Maryland.
Marilyn. Right.
I had someone from Spain yesterday,
Ooh. Yeah.
and I don't have anybody from Spain last year, so I'll be able to add that to my little collection.
Oh, cool.
But that's what I do with the information.
Well, you have an author here. I write books, so
You write books?
yes. 0123.
History books?
Sci-fi.
Huh?
Sci-fi.
Sci-fi books. Well, you'll be happy to know that that old log cabin over there is 1850, and it was brought up here by Mr. Hooton. It was around the end of the lake, around Eglantine area.
Uh-huh.
And, well, he knew the lake was going to come in and flood the valley, so he took it apart and moved it up here and bought property. And he sold tickets to the cave for 10 cents. And when he was ready to leave, he sold his property, the cave and the cabin, for $1 to the community club, so someone would always be around to protect it.
That's awesome. Philanthropers are good people. So, number and party is 1.
Anyway, what was I was thinking, they made a movie. It's called Perdition Falls, and it's a sci-fi horror film. And they did that last year. I was down here every night till 11.
And they filmed in this area?
They filmed inside the cabin.
Mm.
A horror film. But the reason why I came down here and stayed with them was because they were using candles. I didn't want to leave that to anybody. But then on the back side of the cave, backside of the
cabin.
When you're facing the cave, there's steps to the left. If you go up those steps, you'll pick up another trail. You'll walk on the opposite side of the bluff, where there's 2 more caves. And those caves stay dark all the time, so they wanted to use those 2 caves as part of their horror film. So they just filmed this area.
Oh, cool.
But the large cave, they had made a movie last year. It was out in September on Amazon. It's called The Wilderness Road, and it's a 12-part documentary of the Natchez Trace.
The Wilderness Road.
Although we're not on the trace. How long are you going to be in Fairfield Bay?
I've got over there at the Golden Pond RV Resort. I reserved a month just so I could get in all the sites, and then from there I'm going westward out to Utah and Nevada and look at the Grand Canyon and Yellowstone Park.
We have a Grand Canyon here. Did you want to go to it?
Sure.
Okay. GPS will get you lost sometimes, so pick one of those up.
All right. Analog maps.
Okay. You are going to go left on Highway 16, cross over 65, and pick up 16 again, and I'm sending you Scenic 7 North.
Okay.
When you get into that area, you're going to see one canyon after another. This restaurant hangs out over one of the canyons. Good food, good people, and good prices. But in that little town of Jasper, I want you to go, don't sell that town short. Get out and look around. Tim Ernst is our famous photographer from the state of Arkansas.
Well, I'm a photographer too. I got 2 cameras.
Yeah. Well,
Plus
he has photographed every waterfall in the state of Arkansas, and there are 300 of them.
He got around.
Yes. These are just some of them.
All right, I'll take that.
Now, he has a old log cabin in that town square where all of his photography is.
I'll
And I think
have to check it out.
Yeah, I think you'd enjoy seeing that.
I will. Marilyn, thank you very
I'll
much.
show you. Buy one of his books. I think they're $29.95. Now, I've never met the man, but I know how people like
I'll buy his books if he buys mine.
People like their waterfalls.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
I'll show you one of his books.
Okay.
This is all
Ooh,
300 of them.
man.
And what I like about it is under each one, there'll be a map how to get there, but then there'll also be whether you have to walk 10 miles, swing off a rope, or bushwhack, which is pretty important in the state of Arkansas because you can get yourself in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, I get that, especially at my age.
Now I'm going to show you one of the waterfalls. You might want to photograph it while you're over there.
Okay.
This will be around Jasper.
Oh,
You can drive almost up to these.
can I have that map, or
No, it's the only one I have.
that's the only one you have?
I gave them all out.
Let me
and
take a picture of it down here. Okay, I think I can size it up. Yeah. Let me take a picture. Hold on.
The left. Heber Springs is 50 minutes to the right. I'm going to send you to the left. This is Mountain View, the Ozark Folk Capital of America.
I went by that. Yeah.
You need to do more than go by.
Well, I'm going to be here a month, so I'm kind of taking it by steps and gauging what I'm going to be doing. So
Okay.
I got to make a little map of where I'm going to go and just get it all at once. So that's why I'm staying a month, just to
Well, you're
for
gonna
things
need a
like that.
month.
Yeah.
When I get
I got
there,
that feeling just talking to you right now.
The last 11 pages in this book is everything there is to see and do in Mountain View with phone numbers. Now, when your brother gets here, you need to go to Blanchard Caverns. They're closed on Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Okay.
You're going to go under the ground 250 feet, and the stalactites and stalagmites are 10 stories high.
Wow.
It's one of the very few caverns left in America that's still dripping and evolving and still alive.
And they still allow visitors in there? It's amazing. Most of the time they close it off because of that.
They're, let's see, have a theater under the ground where they sit you down and tell you all about the inside of the caverns.
What's the fee for going in?
$16.
That's not bad.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty darn good. It's like 2 hours or so? More?
About a little over an hour.
A little over now.
They have other two tours. One is the bottom tour, and then they have a wild cave tour. But I'm not sure they're doing that right now. But once the season gets on a little bit, they might be.
Well, I chose this month to be here because the season hadn't started yet. And I wanted to be at the start of the season, when it, Memorial Day kind of thing.
I'm putting this in Mountain View.
Okay.
Now, you want to eat while you're over there?
Sure. Everybody wants to eat.
Okay. Where you're going to turn left to go to Blanchard Caverns, anglers will be on the right. It's not a private club, and they have everything besides catfish and steak. But what they do have is a great big deck and great big picture windows inside. And you could throw your pull out from the deck. You're sitting right on the White River. Absolutely gorgeous.
Catch your own meal.
Oh, it's beautiful. Now, this is JoJo's a little bit further straight ahead.
I went by there, yeah.
Huh?
I've been by there. I didn't go in, but I went by there.
Catfish Wharf, fishing,
All
whatever
there?
you want, boating, fishing here too. Now, the salad bars in a rowboat and animals are hanging from the ceiling. And big picture windows. So I'm going to put that
In Jasper.
in Jasper. Now, back to this. When you go over there, either before or after your tour, all you're going to see is the building where you pay because everything's under the ground.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to take the road to the left of that building and turn right on the second road.
Okay.
You're going to have a beautiful walk down the White River.
Ooh.
Two big, beautiful overflows.
My uncle has a cabin on the White River. It's not white. I don't understand. It's just brown.
Two beautiful overflows.
Okay.
Go to the signage area, and there's a 1900 grist mill at the bottom of the canyon.
Is it still operating?
No.
Oh.
Then you can get back in your car and go to the turnaround because there's no parking. You just pull over wherever you can. You'll have a beautiful walk down a rushing brook of white water with a beautiful waterfall at the end. Flows all the time.
Holy cow. Information overload.
Now,
Glad I'm filming this because I have to go through it and make these little notes.
now, where I said turn right behind that building, I want you to go to the left behind that building.
Ooh. Mirror Lake Falls. That's big falls.
And they have picnic area and hiking trails.
I have to bring some picnic then. Something to eat.
And that's in Mountain View.
Okay.
Now, Mountain View, Heber Springs, Grand Canyons, and now we're going to do Petit Jean Mountain.
Petit Jean Mountain.
Go to Interstate 40 and go west. First little town is called Morrilton. Just right there.
You know, when I was headed out to Nevada, I think I remember that town. This is back in November. 69 birthday, I just went wild.
This is one of the most fantastic, very unusual
Car shows.
car museum.
My brother would like that. He's a car freak.
Now, at one time a year, in September, the whole top of the mountain that has waterfalls, hiking trails, picnic areas, a hotel and a restaurant. It also has big bluffs that you can walk out and see up and down the Arkansas River.
I scare
for
myself in
miles.
high places.
For miles. Good photos. Anyway, at the top of this mountain, it's all converted into a car show, and all the military vehicles, motorcycles, airplanes.
I was 20 years
cars.
Army. I've seen all the military vehicles I ever want to see.
But these are all the parts.
Yeah.
People come from all over the United States to sell their cars and their parts.
It's like a car vendor's market. Cool.
One weekend a year. Okay, now, this is our Sugarloaf. Of course, it is in the lake, but didn't used to be because we didn't have a lake. Map of the top of the mountain.
Oh,
This is the information. And when you go over to the marina, you're going to see carp about that big.
carp?
And they jump out of the water, and you can feed them for 50 cents. So, if you make a reservation, and 2 days later, you need to call to make sure, because our weather changes really fast, and they're not going to take you out unless they know that you can, come back.
On the boat, I mean, for fishing?
Barge.
Barge.
The barge, they take you out. We have a lot of fish in the lake, and if your brother wants to pay for a guide, I can give him that information.
Okay. Well, let me get over there to the cave. And I appreciate the information, Marilyn. I'm going to look this over. I'm staying at, like I said, the Golden Pond RV Resort, which is about 10 miles from here. Down 16, I think.
Well, you know where you go down 16 and make a left on 330, it's right there on the corner. If you were just to keep on going, you'd run into the marina entrance.
Yeah. Yeah, already seen that.
Here's my phone number. I keep it in my pocket.
Are you free on Saturdays?
Oh, I'm here on Sundays. I'm closed on Tuesdays and Fridays.
Tuesdays and Fridays.
Except that never works out because the schools call me and they want a tour. But anyway, I make my own brochures, and this is my phone number, and it rings at my house. It rings on my cell phone, and I've always got it with me.
Okay, Marilyn.
Some people will say, how'd you say to get there? Yeah, that kind of thing. Now, this is all of our this is all of our state parks. This is all about Arkansas. This is all about the west side, things you can see and do over there. But I do have a map I'm going to give you, and it has every overlook for picture taking in the state.
Awesome.
Has every one of them,
Okay.
if you want to do some good photographing.
I do.
Okay, well, you have a blessed day.
Okay, if you're interested in following me on YouTube, or if you ever do the YouTube, it's Garage Mulholland RV Life.
I do not do any of that.
Okay.
But I would be happy to get someone to go on that because it's actually it's promoting our area.
Sure.
So you need to write that down for me.
Okay. Okay.
Or give me your card if you have one.
I don't have a card yet.
All right, don't put it on there.
Don't put it on here?
No. I'll give you a piece of paper. You can write your name and your YouTube website or whatever. Put it on here
Okay.
for me.
Okay. I'm going to turn this off. Thank you, Marilyn. Okay, that was Marilyn, the curator of that small museum that had packed full of information. She gave me a bunch of brochures I'm going to have to research. And this is the cabin she was talking about. I don't know if it's open or not. Got some kind of Indian music going on here. Spooky. I guess it's some poetry. Huh. I got a better view over here, I guess. Okay, she said right down these stairs here at the bottom is the place I want to see and check out. Do a little adventure. Definitely getting my walk in today. Yeah, I think this is the day of starting our sightseeing. I had enough rest. And I had to pick a stair from hell, but it's okay. Beautiful little trail. Stairs. Watch out for the Gita monsters. Oh, these are the petroglyphs. Graffiti. Kind of hard to read. Yes, sir. These are definitely interesting artifacts. Definitely man-made holes. Look at that. I think these are the two dark caves that she said. The man I mentioned. And it is dark. Full of mosquitoes too. If you see it well. for a good time called Susan. Oh, okay. No phone number. Darn it. All right. This is definitely our cave. Man. Slippery too. Soft rock. That's that hard mud going into. Holy crap. It do get dark. Let's see if I can get my flashlight going here. Okay. I don't think that worked too well. Keep knocking it down with my hat. Trying to see the viewfinder. All right. Awesome. Voices of angels. That's amazing. Now I'm recording. Little pond there. Yeah. Sitting total comfort here. Got some ladies in here singing, echoing in the voice. No golf carts. I wonder why they put that sign there. Is this a golf course? What happened to my camera? Stairway to nowhere. There's a typical not responsible for accidents, like falling rocks on your head. Some beautifully colored system here. Just panning around there. Another dark cave. I'm glad I got down here. This is overloaded with light, I guess. Ooh, that wind is horrible. Does cool things off though. Alright, I came full through. Shack, it's a museum up there. That's another path down there off-road. Oh no, it's been an interesting hour. All started with me wanting a glass of water. Which I got, by the way. 2 for the price of 1. At the Family Dollar store. Just down the road there. It's time to get back in Mr. Truck. And go home and get some dinner. About that time. When I get it cooked, we'll be having filet mignon and fully loaded potatoes and squash. That's gonna be good. Man, my hips are hurting for some reason. Okay. Well, it's all over but the editing.